One Pokémon Direct and it seems like the Pokémon community is fighting again. What a time! But I want to keep things light today, so let's keep it positive, shall we? I want to talk about Mystery Dungeon. Pokémon Mystery Dungeon DX. God damn! But of course we also got the Pokémon Sword and Shield DLC, which I also want to talk about, but let's save that for a couple of minutes later. Holy macaroni, I loved that game back in the day. I had the Blue Rescue Team version, which was for the Nintendo DS. It was a fun game. That's why I also immediately recognized that font, you know, the little typing from, I don't know exactly what they said, but we had this little box with the chat box in it, and whoo, I knew exactly what they were going to show. Yeah, during that live stream I was talking about how I wanted to see a Mystery Dungeon game, but I didn't expect them to do that, or maybe a Pokemon Snap game, but that will probably never happen. It isn't a new entry in the series, it's a remake, but that's fine, you know. You know, I'm not a big fan of all the Wii U releases, and I understand why they do it. Not everybody bought a Wii U and they wanted to have an opportunity for other people to play these games, but I did. So for me it's like I'm double dipping in these two consoles because I had the Wii U version and now I can play the Switch version as well, which isn't really my cup of tea to play these games twice in a row now, and I feel like they could have put their effort in other remakes, like this one, which is something that we haven't seen in such a long time. So for them to finally pick a DS game, or I believe this is a combination of the Game Boy Advance version and the DS version, which was Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, this is the way that they need to go. And take it easy with the Wii U remakes for now. And I know that there have been some supposed leaks that some Wii U remakes are on the way, but let's enjoy this for a while, shall we? So yeah, Mystery Dungeon, it was a fun game where you wake up and you have suddenly become a Pokemon. I think this is a really nice way to introduce the game in such a way that you really are actually a person, but you transformed into a Pokemon just like you playing that game. And you will start a rescue team with your partner. And you have to go into these dungeons and save some Pokemon or beat an enemy or do some other stuff. It will get gradually more difficult and difficult, but it's a really fun way to explore the Pokemon universe in such a way and be more on a level where Pokemon communicate with each other, where you are in the shoes of an actual Pokemon. Not that Pokemon actually wear shoes, but you know what I mean. And along that journey, you will develop, you will level as regular Pokemon do, but you will also meet some new Pokemon. And once you have defeated an enemy, sometimes they want to join your rescue team. So in that way, you can also unlock many more Pokemon to add to your team or to play as. And I thought that was such a fun mechanic of that game. And I did multiple playthroughs throughout my life. I think I finished it like 5 times and started again. It was so much fun. And to get this new version now is absolutely perfect in my opinion. The very best thing which I heard immediately was the music. God damn, it was so nostalgic for me to get that music again, only this time around in such a more beautiful, orchestrated way instead of the, you know, the S-chip. That wasn't really able to produce that beautiful music, but now we can enjoy it in its full HD glory. And I have been playing a bit of the demo to check out for you guys if it's something that you should try out, and I'm having a lot of fun up till this point. It was exactly what I remembered for that game, but there are also a lot of quality of life improvements. The original game was a bit clunky from time to time. It could get a bit laggy, stuff like that. Just those small things, and of course it looks way better than back in the day because you're now able to play it on a home console instead of a handheld, which is almost 14 years old. Yeah, they showed the 2006 sign. But I have 2 problems with this game. My number 1 problem is the release date, which is great preparation, Expref. It is March 6th, and do you know what also releases in March? That's right, Animal Crossing New Horizons. So that will make things a bit difficult, I think. Because, you know, not everybody has a budget to buy all these games at the same time. So I would like them to spread it out a bit. And also, we don't have many release dates for games in 2020 yet. And one of the only ones that we knew was Animal Crossing in March. And I like for them to spread out their games throughout the year. Maybe give one good game every month. Maybe that's a bit too much, but you know, do February or freaking April or something like that. Because my second problem is, which connects to my first problem, is that it will cost 60 euros for a remake of a DS game. Now I understand that it probably will cost a lot of resources and manpower to create this game, but I find that hard to believe that it's actually worth the 60 euros or dollars, depending on where you're from. Now, because of those points, I probably won't buy it on day 1, because I have to explore Animal Crossing as well. And I know that there will go a lot of time in Animal Crossing for me to have seen everything. Because I believe that they could have released it in February. Because if you would really be busy with that game for a month, I think you would have probably explored everything. And now because I want to start Animal Crossing on the 20th, I don't want to buy this game 14 days in advance just to stop in the middle of it and then come back to it later. That's not a way that I like to play games. And maybe if it was like 30 euros or maybe 40, I would have considered that, but not with 60 euros. Man, that's way too much. So yeah, we'll have to see. I'm still very excited. I will buy it eventually, but probably not on day one, so we will see. If you're not gonna play Animal Crossing, I would just straight up buy this game. Or maybe wait until they release some more information about this in the next Nintendo Direct, maybe. But of course, that wasn't the only thing that they showed off during the Pokemon Direct. No, it was much more focused on the Sword and Shield DLC. And just before I start to talk about this, I'm not gonna show off any footage because I always have problems with the Pokemon Company. They always copyright strike my videos when I show stuff from their trailers and their freaking Pokemon Directs. I had problems with them before, and I don't want my channel to get any strikes or something like that, so I'm just gonna talk about it, show you some footage that I shot myself. So yeah, 30 euros for 2 DLC packs. Can I say it's one expansion pass with one DLC pack releasing in June and the other one in the fall of 2020, so that's pretty reasonable. You will get everything this year. Like I was saying, the Pokemon community is bringing up problems again. Some are for it, some are against it, but the way that they're communicating with each other again. Look, it's fair to have your problems with this, but some people are treating it like the world is going to end because of this. I just really don't understand it. They are going to do stuff that people wanted from the beginning, where people were saying like, okay, the national dex is cut, my life sucks, everything has been for nothing. But if they would, I would even pay money to get all those Pokemon back. Now you have that opportunity to do so. Okay, be fair, they don't bring every Pokemon back, but there will be many more from previous generations that are going to make their entry right now into Sword and Shield with these DLC packs. And you don't even have to pay for them. If you have a friend or you're going to mystery trade with other people, or but it's called surprise trade. Yep, that's the one. If you're going to do that, you are still able to get those Pokemon without paying for them. You can still play with them on your game. Or you can use Pokemon Home, which is like not even 10 euros or maybe 10 euros per year to be able to transfer these Pokemon around. But some people just want to complain about everything. It can never be right for them. Because these Pokemons weren't in the base game of Sword and Shield, they're now having problems with that. Again, it's fair. I understand that's not something that you like to see, but you have the opportunity now to regain that. And yes, you'll have to pay some money. But the alternative is that they would release a game like Pokemon Gun or Pokemon Bazooka, or I don't know what they're gonna call it. But then you have to pay the full price again, with 60 euros to get a game which is initially the same, but has all those Pokemons in it, like they did with Ultra Sun and Moon, and Pokemon Emerald, and Crystal, and Yellow. Now you are able to get that for 30 euros, and you can still have your same progress from that game and have a completely new experience. And I think that's amazing. That's the way to go, so you don't have to pay all that money again to get those extra features. But with all of that being said, I don't know if I will buy it, because if you have seen my previous video where I was talking about the 5 best Nintendo Switch games of last year, I was talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield as well, and there I explained that I didn't really get all the value out of it that I expected. I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan myself, so maybe that's why I'm a bit lenient in all of this right here, but I just want to get my value's worth out of those games, and I feel like I didn't really get that with Sword, and it had nothing to do with National Dex being cut and all of that, because I catched like 200 Pokemon, and at that point I was feeling like I had enough of it and I didn't want to catch any more. It was just a bit too easy, yada yada. I explained all of that in the previous video. So for me to pay even more money to catch new Pokemon, and granted you get these new areas as well, you get some brand new Pokemon, which I always love, some new gyms, some new challenges, that could really enhance that experience. But I don't really feel like I need that. So for people that are really enjoying this game, this is the perfect way to enhance that experience. And for people that wanted more, this is also the perfect way to enhance that experience. Only you have to pay money. And not everybody has that, and I can see why that's a problem. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I just don't know enough about Pokemon to have the right opinion here, but that's what I really believe. But please, tell me, what do you think? Are you excited about Mystery Dungeon? Are you going to buy the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC? Are you angry? Are you happy? Tell me what's going on in your life. Everything, I need to know it. And guys, if you enjoyed this video right here, please click that subscribe button and throw a like in there to help this boy out to get even much more content about Pokemon and Nintendo, and follow my live streams and all this great fun that we're going to have if you subscribe to the channel, so please do that. You can also follow me on Twitter at @ExprefYT to get some more goofs and gaffs from me. And I want to thank you very much for watching, and I'll hope to see you next time. Have an amazing day on me. Thank you very much.